Hello and welcome back to the RobotnikIsSexy show. This is a very, very sexy episode against South Korean child here, who has a very formidable looking team other than the wolf boy, who we're seeing once again. These passerbys, they just like the wolf. They like to howl like the wolf. That's all I can say. This replay is like, I don't know. It's pretty old. It's from last year. Let's get it started. As you can see, I am using some variation of a Trick Room team. It's honestly, I came up with this team before I came up with the Sand Room team, which I feel is a more effective Trick Room team, because of Tapu Bulu and Tyranitar and all that stuff. Gastrodon helps a lot too. But, I got a really nice battle out of this, so I'm gonna start it, and we're gonna get through it. We are going to get through it, guys. We also got awesome music. It's awesome. We're going to lead with Billy Mays, who is very loud. He's a very loud man who is deceased, unfortunately. He's a meme lord. He's up there. He's up there with Shrek. So I'm going to switch out immediately, predicting the fake out, I think. Hoping that I can get a free switch into Claydol. Of course, my opponent has Mega Kangaskhan, who was weakened a lot in the 6th generation. This Pokemon was absurdly powerful in X and Y and ORAS because the ability it has that allows it to get a second hit in did more damage. Yeah. So Tom Servo has taken these hits like a champ. Yeah, we're going to get up the Trick Room, and I think probably go Stealth Rock or Toxic or something. I should honestly just reassemble the team that what did I get? Like, I got like 10 straight wins with it. Like, it didn't lose for a really long time, and then it started losing. That version of the team kind of became my OU Crab team. So my Trick Room team is actually split into 2 new teams, which you've already seen. And this is actually a third, because I was just messing around with Trick Room in this. So we're going to switch into Golisopod and get frozen immediately, I think. No, we don't get frozen. Okay, cool. Not cool, actually. So, cool. Cool in the way that I'm not frozen. So I'm probably going to go Spikes here, because the switch into Lele is pretty obvious, and hopefully Oh, okay, we're going to go Leech Life. That's even better. Look at that. That's a dead Lele. That's a dead Lele. Oh, wow. That is nice. Yet another shiny Lele, too. It looks really cool. I ran into the best Lele cosplay ever. And I don't really have any way to edit a picture in because I'm ghetto as shit. But I will put that picture on my Facebook group because it is worth it. It is worth it. So I was able to set up. Now I can get back into good old Tom Servo, get that health back into the green on the last turn of Trick Room, block the electric move. We can set up Trick Room one more time, or I could go Stealth Rocks. Or do something, or smack the mouse really quick. So yeah, we're gonna Trick Room. Mimikyu is in. Mimikyu is vaguely threatening. As I've said before in previous videos, all this thing ever does is use Sword Dance, and it's true. So we're going to go Toxic on it, so that even though it can't do damage, it will slowly die to poison, and that's really cool. So this thing's dead in like 6 turns, pretty much. So his sweep will not be able to last that long, and I also have Stakataka, who hard walls this Pokemon, like, completely? Like, totally completely. I wouldn't be surprised if I went into it now. For some reason, we're going to go into Billy Mays' fodder. Exploud is excellent fodder, as I've also said in the past, because you are forced to attack it because Boom Burst is so threatening. This may not exactly apply to Mimikyu since it still has its ability up, which basically Disguise allows it to get a free hit. which is completely and totally broken. Imagine if they had a Mega Evolution for Mimikyu and it still had Disguise, but it had higher base stats. Dude, I think that's what we're gonna get. I think that's what we're gonna get in Sword and Shield. I really think so. We're gonna go into James Comey, my political joke, who is a Choice Specs Executor. Gonna land that Giga Drain with the Specs damage. It's definitely a knockout. And that's the poison damage coming in right there, helping me out. The Trick Room will end again. Kangaskhan is here, and it has full health, and I don't like that. Well, it doesn't have full health anymore, because I got the Stealth Rocks up. But I really have to deal with this Pokemon, who does threaten my team quite a lot. I think Golisopod is probably my best chance against it. But he's got a lot of coverage moves. He does finally get a Fake Out there. I don't remember if he did it before, my bad. May not be paying attention enough, but we'll see. I'm going to hard switch into Golisopod as he Ice Punches. I was trying to bait this Ice Punch, because I knew that I resisted it, and I have really high defense. But yeah, I do get frozen this time, so that's uncool, ironically. My opponent is going to Fire Punch me, which I think thaws me. Yeah, so the Fire Punch thaws me, but I emergency exit out, so Golisopod didn't really get to do anything except get punched in the face a lot. 4 times, actually. Now we have this Pokemon. Cresselia is a staple for any OU Trick Room team. It's basically, what is that Pokemon? Uxie? It's basically Uxie on steroids. Uxie can do the exact same thing with Trick Room and Healing Wish, or Lunar Dance and Healing Wish are the same. I'm not gonna drop a Healing Wish yet, or a Lunar Dance, I mean, because I want to keep this thing healthy. Maybe Toxic Stall a little bit. We do get to Toxic the Mega Kangaskhan, which is pretty big. We're gonna go into Golisopod here. As it is looking like some tasty fodder. Thankfully, my opponent does not hit return. I don't think this passerby had any normal move other than Fake Out. I think he just has, like, Ice Punch and Fire Punch and stuff, which is really weird. Maybe Earthquake. I'm not sure what his set is. It's a passerby. So, Golisopod's gonna get statused again by Kangaskhan. This time the Fire Punch will burn me. So, he's getting some really nice 10% rolls. And now he's going to Ice Punch. So, this is a really, I don't know. Okay, so I need to explain. I really do want to use Lunar Dance on Golisopod later, which is why I fodder the Comey, the James Comey. But there was a chance he didn't go Ice Punch, but I think he just went Ice Punch on the off chance I switched, and it really worked out for him. Very wary of any ground move, so I was scouting his moveset for a couple turns. Doesn't seem to carry Earthquake that I know of. But yeah, I'm just going to go for a nice Gyro Ball. I believe Trick Room is up right now, so Landorus is threatened out. How often can you say that? Landorus is threatened out. My attack is dropped, but this Lycanroc Pokemon, this thing is like bottom tier. Like, this thing is awful, and we just knock it away. I don't understand Lycanroc, because they made like 2 of them, and like only the Duskmane, or whatever, is it the Duskmane? Is that what it's called? The one that gets, it gets like extra moves, or it gets Tough Claws or something. Only that one is really good. And that one is like, you have to do some weird shit in Ultra Sun and Moon to get it. And it's like, what's the point? Why make all these bad Pokemon when you can just make them good? I'm not a big fan of Lycanroc. I know it has its uses, but yeah, that's interesting, because like Sword and Shield has there are some wolf heads on the Sword and Shield logos, so I definitely expect maybe another Lycanroc. Like, who knows? They might as well pump them out like Rotoms or something. Obviously, My opponent does not have hidden power ice. You can see Thundurus gave a little victory roar after knocking me out with Focus Blast. Thundurus was really glad that it landed too. So Focus Blast will take me out. This is the optimal moment to Trick Room and Lunar Dance right now. Unfortunately, I am going to get a third status from this team. It is Paralysis. Let's see if I can break through after this Trick Room. We break through once. Can we break through a second time? If I can break through again, then I will be in a really nice position. We do break through. With the help of Cresselia and Random Chance, we are going to get that Lunar Dance off successfully. No Thunder for you, sir. No. It's not going to work. So we end up fully healing Golisopod, removing the burn. And now I can threaten it out with a first impression, which is backed up with some Life Orb power. I really do believe it's the optimal way of running Golisopod. I know Citrus Berry is really good because you delay the emergency exit, but I think you should use emergency exit to your advantage. You know, you might as well design the set around the ability, which I guess, you know, Citrus Berry is, because it controls it and all that shit. But anyway, yeah, this is going to wrap up the game. We're going to heal Golisopod fully, and then it's just going to sweep the rest of his Pokemon, because none of them can take an Aqua Jet, even if my attack is lowered. Landorus's health is too low. My attack is too high with the Life Orb. It's just bad news for my opponent. So yeah, this match is actually decently long, but I think I'm just gonna plow through this guy, and yeah, we're just gonna end it. Or are we? I think I can squeeze in another one, you guys. Yeah, okay, so we defeat South Korean child, or wherever this passerby may live, we defeat it. Let's get in another match. Now, this match is, I believe, a Japanese person. They have a very competent team. This is a battle spot, free battle. As you can see, if you can read English, you can read that up there. So, I was having such a terrible time finding matches that I went to Battle Spot. And the cool thing about Battle Spot is my Drizzle team works really well in Battle Spot singles, because Drizzle is honestly, like, really broken. And I got this nice match against whatever that name is. I don't know. I'm American. I don't know anything other than English. You know how it is. We're all special here. So Tapu Fini, as you can see, is the lead. I'm just gonna go for that nice U-turn. For real, we're gonna get a nice U-turn in there. What's the worst that can happen? Moonblast is probably going to do like 70%. It's going to do a lot. Oh, it did way less than I thought. Never mind, that's not so bad. It still did like 43%. I'm going to U-turn out of here. So I could maybe roost with Pelipper later. We'll see. He has some very threatening Pokemon, so maybe not. We'll see what happens. So Ludicolo is the star of the world. I love Ludicolo on this raid team. I just love Ludicolo in general. I recently got a Detective Pikachu Ludicolo plush that I ran into at a 7-Eleven. And it even makes noises. I wish I had it with me right now. Next Wi-Fi, I'm gonna show you that Ludicolo plush. So yeah, so this is classic Choice Band Dragonite, which Choice Band Dragonite works extremely well in Battle Spot singles. When you're only using 3 Pokemon, it works super well. Not so well in singles 6v6 anymore, just because there's so many fairy threats. But yeah, Ludicolo, I don't want it to die yet, because if Ludicolo dies, I pretty much lose to Fini, basically. So I want to switch out. I can take a Bandit Extreme Speed really surprisingly well with Swampert, and even better after I Mega Evolve. We take it out with the Waterfall attack. But yeah, Choice Band Dragonite is a very, very good option. I've used it myself in Battle Spot singles many times. But this is my first time doing Battle Spot in a really long time. I kind of want to try doing some Battle Spot live. Maybe you guys can leave a comment or something. expressing how you feel about that. I think it would be fun. Anyway, Swampert is going to go down after getting some massive earthquake damage, and this is very nice. Ludicolo is back in. My opponent will definitely switch out. I think I can, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I'm going to Giga Drain Aegislash. Aegislash is a tremendous threat. And that Giga Drain is actually going to save my life, because Aegislash opts to go for a Shadow Sneak of all moves right now, just to try to pick me off, which is a pretty good idea. But it needed a Life Orb or something, because I'm going to live on 1 HP. So that Giga Drain saved my skin, and now we are going to blast it with Angry Eyes, with the Z power, with the Hydro Vortex, with that Avatar waterbending shit. We're gonna do it, you guys. Watch this. Beautiful. Love to see it. So the rain has stopped. This means that we can fodder Pelipper right now. It may go down. Oh, my opponent just forfeits, knowing that it's that she has been defeated. So this is a nice chunky 16-minute. This is a bit of a long one, but I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed recording it. Yeah. See you later, YouTube of mine.